Neptune retrograde in Aries is going to be a time which is going to be asking us all about our own individual set of courage, our own sense of authority over our lives, our own sense of autonomy, our own sense of reviewing what we need to in order to find greater bounty in this life, greater authority over our lives, greater wideness, rosiness, greatness over all that we are doing in our own individual lives. And Neptune retrograde really puts the fog around everything that we're doing, around all this foggy behavior of all these kind of things that we don't see clearly. But when Neptune goes retrograde, we see things clearly. We see things as they objectively are. We see things really. We see things more realistically. And the fog lifts so that we can crystallize our dreams and really make them real. So in this episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast, I'm going to be breaking down what this means for your 12 signs. If you haven't seen part 1, it's only 30 minutes long. I would go back and say that so that you have a baseline understanding of what this transit is about on the baseline, so you can understand the meaning of it, and so that you can understand how this impacts your sun, moon, and rising sign. That's what you want to look for. That's the purpose of this video. You want to, go back and see both parts, preferably see both parts if you so wish to. If you have the time, if you are interested, then go back and see part 1, because the themes that I spoke about in part 1 are going to carry themselves over to what I'm saying here. So that's why I really emphasize that. So this is not your traditional reading. If you think that I'm just going to go through, Neptune retrograde in your 9th house, so this is what this means. Well, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm based it more off of the signs and the qualities of the signs and what you need to know based off of what your sign is about, as opposed to the life areas of astrology, using the whole sign house system, or whatever house system you use. I'm not even using a house system. We're just throwing that house system out the window. We're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and we're not using a house system in this. It's like I don't use house systems in my horoscopes. And so, this may surprise you, this may intrigue you, this may interest you, so this is definitely a unique video. I think that another astrologer who does fairly unique horoscopes is Christopher Renstrom. He does utilize the houses, but it's like his horoscopes, the thing that our horoscopes have in common is that you never expect what we're going to say. You never know what we're going to say. I'd be saying something, that you're like, whoa, I didn't expect that at all. And then he said something, whoa, I didn't, it's like I like to be surprised. And I think that with the houses, most astrologers just, do it in a way that you kind of expect, what it to be. But he integrates a lot of things, and I integrate a lot of things, so it's very, very good in that sense of the word with what we are doing, what I am doing, and what we are doing really individually. So, anyway, so follow along for your sun, moon, and rising sign. I'm going to go through and really, really take my time, slow down, and go through this information with you. So, follow along for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know your moon and rising sign, you should also know your sun sign. So, go to astro.com to put that information in so you can find where, the signs of your moon and ascendant. So anyway, delving into Aries. Neptune is going to be retrograde in your sign. So this is a conjunction to your energy. So the themes of Neptune retrograde are especially heightened for you, especially magnified for you, especially grotesque for you. And so what you want to understand with this retrograde is really what I spoke about on the first video. And that is, for Aries, this sign, Aries, has impulsive qualities. They act out of just, I want it now. I want to do it now. And boom, you have an impulse and you just act on it. without thinking through the consequences, thinking through the repercussions of that action. And sometimes you take impulses that are not grounded in reality. Your intuition, I do believe, is grounded in reality. Actually, it is. But not the reality that we design in the ego level with all the rules and the standards. Because I will say that your intuition does have you do things that are not logical. Not what society expects you, not what other people want all the time. Your intuition may point you toward things that you didn't expect. Things you didn't know you would do. Things that you never imagined that you would do in your whole entire life. So I'm saying this to light a spark under you, to light a fire under you during this transit. That taking impulsive risks in the past, all these risks that you have taken in the past specifically, these risks were not grounded with mindfulness, were not grounded with self-awareness, not grounded in I am self-aware to know that I am acting out of my impulses and not tapping into the wisdom of my intuition, not being impractical when it comes to acting out of my impulses with all that I want in the life that I'm living. But what do you really want? What do you really desire? Is it from your ego small self, which wants all the glitz and glam, all the shiny things, all the shoes, all the clothes, all the books, whatever you're buying? Or do you really want these things, material, relationship, whatever, people, I don't know what they are, states of being, and they could be states of being, spiritual states of being. Your soul wants that. Your ego doesn't want spiritual states of being. It could care less about spirituality. So what you really, really want to consider is not becoming impractical, remaining realistic. Okay? So remaining real with yourself and real with the life that you're living. About what you're actually doing. That you are, because impulses, oh my gosh, impulses. No. Let's make it simple. I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay? There's impulses and there's intuition. They're two very, very different things. Impulses are just like, oh, I want to know. Oh, I want to know. Oh, intuition is like, I want to move towards this. This feels right. Like that's your intuition. It's calm. It's quiet. It's authentic. It's true. It's resonant. It's not just, oh, boom, 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 boom. Okay? It's not that. So that needs to be taken into consideration so that you are not acting on impulses and impulsive desires. Now, wouldn't it be great if you could act on your intuition and do what you really want in your life? To actually be in reality is to have the courage and the confidence to make things happen. To turn your dreams into reality, to ground all these ideas that you have, all these grand visions that you have into reality, into the current physical state of being. So this is an invitation for you to look at what you can do in your real life. What you can really, really do in your real life situation to become emboldened with courage, to become emboldened with wants and and desires with whatever you're doing. So, and what old structures? What are the old structures that are keeping you from doing what you want? What's holding you back? What limitation is holding you back? What people are holding you back? Who and what in your life is holding you back from living the life that you truly want, living the life that is most true for you? Live that life be the embodiment of that authentic individual who is true to themselves and is grounded in reality. Now, Taurus, this is about clarity for you. Clarity upon your values. Taurus rules your values. Values are inherent beliefs and principles that guide your actions. That are things that are important to you, beliefs that are important to you, things in your external life that are important to you. The values are the makeup of who you are. So, are your values aligned with who you are now? Not who you were 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 2 years ago, however many years ago, but who you are right here and right now. What are those values? And do they hold water for you? Do they hold true for you? Are they really that kind of thing for you in your own life? So, so how can you, become clear upon these values that resonate for you right now, but they didn't resonate in the past, but now you're finding, okay, I have new values now. I have new sets of beliefs. I have new sets of what matters to me. That's what I have going for me. Now, where have you been confusing your true values with overachievement? Being overly productive, producing, providing, bringing home the bacon, working, and deluding yourself that you can just keep on working, that you can keep on providing, that keep on just giving and burning out every, last resource of your practical energy. That you are just burning yourself right out. Just not allowing this space to just be. To just relax. It's really, really key for you is to look deeply. Looking deeply at your values. And how they really resonate with you. And are you clear on these values? Are you really, really clear on the values that you have? Or are you in the confusing soup of it? Are you in the mess of it? Or are you in that kind of thing? So that clarity on the values needs to be put into consideration. Now, Gemini. Now, with Gemini, where do you need to get out of the logic? Mind that operates on facts and figures and data and numbers, and needing validation, and needing proof. Like the external mind, like the ego mind, needs to stay in the same situation, and needs the proof. Like, give me the evidence. What is going on? So, instead, I want you to get out of this, thinking just so consumed with logic, and all these kind of things like that, and drop into your intuition, drop into that center soul. It's part of you. And really be intuitive. Be living from that spiritual place. And really, really look at the truth that lies inside your inner knowing. Because your inner knowing has the truth. It knows the truth. It's an internal vibe. It's an internal, invisible feeling that you get. It's not a thing that you can think about or know in your head. Like, it's an internal thing. You can just feel like, okay, this is right, this is wrong. Now, can you, instead of just jumping into something, a new opportunity, an endeavor, oh, I want to do this, I want to go this place. Like, Gemini is really, really spontaneous, and it just does things on a whim, does things out of impulse, does things just because the idea of it is good. And sometimes Gemini can get really, really caught up in the idea over the actual thing itself. Losing practical reality, losing sense with the real world, losing sense of not acting on it and participating in life and making it actually happen. So, it is about going to your intuition, Neptune is related to intuition. Pause before you just act on a spontaneous whim and feel out what's right. Feel out what feels right. What doesn't feel right? Really, really feel it out. Really feel it out. And say, you know what? Doing this impulsively, doing this whatever, doesn't feel right. So I'm not going to do it. Because I didn't have just the idea of it, and it didn't sound so good in my mind, actually dropped in and felt that this is not right. But this is. Like, okay, if an option, like when one door closes, another door opens. Like, if one option is not right, another option is right. So you're meant on a spiritual level to lean towards that other direction. So do what feels right. That's a really, really thing that I want to ask you. And can you drop into the clarity that your intuition can offer you? And allow yourself to see things more clearly. It's not based off of your logical mind. It's based off of an internal feeling inside of yourself, which is intuitive. Deeply intuitive and spiritual. Now, Cancer. The home life is your focus. The home life is where you really shine, Cancer. You are a homebody at heart. And you, at this time, are being asked to become more realistic about what's going on in your home life. What renovations around the house need to be made. What environment needs to be made so that your surroundings are more harmonious. So that your circumstances are more harmonious. So that you can truly be in a home life situation where that harmony is really, really put into consideration. Harmony is there. Are you in these surroundings which are, where the family is getting along with each other, where everyone's bonding, where everyone's coming together, finding fair mate, finding fair great, doing all these kind of things like that. Are things going out for you well in the home environment? How is that environment playing out for you, Cancer? Now, how realistic are your dreams? I want to ask you, how realistic are your dreams for your home life to play out? So, what area is overdoing it? Or do you have a healthy work-life balance? Do you have a healthy work balance with what you want to achieve in your real world? And maybe you have dreams that are aligned with your home life. That now you are bringing the two together. That you're truly going after the dreams that are aligned with your home life. And you're reviewing what dreams are not for you in your home life. What dreams work for you in your home life and what dreams do not. What dreams are aligned and which dreams are misaligned. Finally, Cancer. How are your emotions clouding your ability to think clearly and reason things out? How? I want to know. How are your emotions keeping you from objectivity, practicality, pragmatism? How are they keeping you from truly being able to say yes and have things to back it up, or being able to not be so stuck in logic, but intuitively, like, yes, I am clear on this. I talked a lot with clarity with Gemini and Taurus previously. So, don't let your emotions take over, because your emotions, feelings are not facts. Necessarily, they can be, but they're not necessarily. So, emotions can really, really cloud this ability to see things as they really are, Cancer. As I've said before, don't let it overtake you. Now, Leo. What dream do you have for your life? What is the dream? What is the vision that you need to evaluate or reevaluate? Because Neptune retrograde, any planet in retrograde is reevaluation. So what dream do you need to reevaluate? Go back over, reconsider it, see if it really holds true for you now. Is it in alignment with what your heart really wants? What does your heart want? What does your heart really scream that it wants? Like, so bad, like a kid in a candy shop. Like, I want that now. But it's not ego. It's not ego. It's heart and soul. And your heart and soul truly knows the way. Your heart knows the way. So follow your heart. What dream does your heart have? What desire does your heart have? Now is the time to review that dream. Do I really feel lit up by it? Do I really feel passionate about it? Do I really feel uplifted by it? Review it. See, consider, do all these things. What can you do to seize the moment, Leo? What can you do to make it happen? Leo, it's about being in the moment, being in the present. So, what can you do to make it happen right here and right now? What can you do? Really, that's what I'm asking you. Neptune in Aries doesn't go about it quietly. Neptune in Aries does not do it quietly. So how can you make the most of right here and right now? How can you be present? Take advantage of what you want in the moment. Leo is about acting in the now. Something positive. Leo is a very positive sign. Wants positive conversation, positive activation and action. So, what can you do now? Neptune Aries is trying you. So, because Aries and Leo are fire signs, they spark each other. So, now, you're being invited to see what you can do to take the most advantage of your experience in this real practical 3D reality right here and right now. What can you do? That is the dream that you have. How can you boldly and courageously go after that dream? And this dream may be a creative dream, and if it is, are you sovereign in going after that creative dream, that creative potential? Are you sovereign in your decisions? Or are you allowing others to decide it for you? Or allowing others to take over your life? Or are you allowing others to have the most advantage and decide and make all the decisions for you with what you're doing? You need to have personal autonomy over your life. Make your own decisions when it comes to the creative endeavor that you are going towards, Leo. That's what I invite you now. So then, Virgo. What structures and routines for your life, Virgo, no longer hold water for you, no longer resonate with you to be in? What themes are coming up? I mean, what spiritual, practical, realistic themes are coming up for you? What can you not continue with? What structure is holding you back? What structure is stifling you? Like maybe I'm going along a certain routine, certain way of being, and it's just holding me back. I'm so stuck in this that I can't see a way out of this, and I can't expand, and you're being invited to look at, you're going to be going through a review of like how these routines limit you from expanding, from growing, from feeling free, from feeling happy, from feeling joy, from feeling fulfillment. So now it's time to probably, you're going to be like, I want to break out of this. I don't want to do this anymore. What and whom are you devoted to? I mean, what are you so passionately driven towards in your heart? You feel like, in your heart, I feel so driven towards this, and I just want to act on this. I just want to put all my eggs in this basket. I want to devote my whole life force energy to this person, this place, this thing, whatever. What do you want to devote your time and energy towards, Virgo? I mean, what do you want to devote it towards? What are you passionate about devoting it towards? That's what you can realize. Ask yourself. And another question to ask: what do you need to reevaluate so that you can create new routines that are more freeing for you, that are more serving for you, that are more liberating? And these routines can really, really serve you. They can really serve your growth. They can really serve your expansion. That I'm in this routine that really, really helps me out. That really supports me in growing and expanding and blossoming in my life. Think about that over this time. Now, Libra, what is your partner doing or saying that maybe you're not understanding? You're not seeing it or understanding it clearly. That could be a question you could ask. So, what is your partner not saying? Or saying, excuse me. Okay. Better way of phrasing this is, where is the communication not there in relationship? Because communication is a key part of relationship. Let me just say that. It is important. Vital. Because communication is transparency. It builds connection. It builds trust. It builds the solid basis upon relationship. You need communication. You need the two partners to communicate, not withhold things just to keep the peace. You need communication in order to have a healthy relationship. You need diplomatic and honest and authentic communication in a relationship. Like, that is the best relationship. Not that you're fighting, and not that you're being mean and aggressive and egoic. Don't worry about that, because you're certainly not that. But what is going on? You're just not grasping. You're just not seeing clearly for what it is. In your relationships or romantic connection or any relationship, could be with family, could be with friends or whatever. It's very, very important to be honest. Be open. To communicate honestly. To communicate openly. To communicate transparently. To not withhold things. Because Mercury is going to oppose Neptune. Mercury in Libra, opposite Neptune. So that could be some communication things going on. And if the communication is not going well, and you're like, this communication, that trust, that connection is not there for me. I don't feel like I can trust this person. I don't feel like I can connect to this person. I don't feel like I can trust them for them to really, really hear out and listen to and understand and consider what I have to say with my authenticity and my, my truth with what I want to express. You're great at being there for the other person. But, how do you feel about that other person? Do they actually make you feel like you are heard, like you are seen, and they're not judging you? Relationships are a two-way street. They are reciprocal. And what truth about the status of your relationship do you need to look at? Does this relationship feel aligned with my own personal soul-centered self? Does it feel aligned spiritual for me? Does it feel aligned in that sense of the word? Really, really look at that. Look at that. Evaluate that. At this time, looking at the romantic connection and saying, is the trust there? Is the connection there? Is it there? That's where you can ask yourself at this time. Now, Scorpio, what truth is coming up for you, Scorpio, that you need to look at when it comes to... Now, Scorpio has this tendency to really, really be attached emotionally to others, to other people, over concerned with other people's business. Is one of the Scorpios having the tendencies to leave behind. From Jen Spiller's book, Astrology for the Soul. That's what she wrote. So I'm citing her. So that is one of the tendencies for Scorpio to leave behind. Scorpio South Node specifically. But in general, that is one of the Scorpio shadows. Is being obsessed and attached to other people. Like if Taurus is physical, material attachment, Scorpio is emotional attachment to other people and feelings and all these things like that. Like it's fixed water, holds on. It is like so, holding on to that thing so tightly you can't even believe it. So, have you been over-attached? Have you been over-attached to this thing, this person, this way of being, this feeling? Allow yourself to see where you have been over-attached. Seeing what you truly feel emotionally about this person, about this thing, about the situation. What are these emotional truths? These experiences that you've had with people. And I think it's important to define emotional truth that I want to discuss here. It is your perception of reality on a subjective level. So emotional truth is subjective. What are your subjective feelings on this particular person? And be self-aware about, are you overly attached? Where do you need to release the attachment? How does this person make you feel? Feeling a sense of love, a feeling of being scared, a feeling of being connected, a feeling of being alone. What do they make you feel? How do they make you feel? Now is the time to see this and let go of any attachment that you have. Any attachment to anyone who's holding you back. Anyone who is keeping you in a box. It's keeping you from growing, keeping you from expanding. That this emotional attachment is really, really holding you back. And now may be a good time to do things in your own way. Do things privately. That's the other side of this. Is being on your own. Not being so attached to this person, but focusing on your own business. Focusing on, your own privacy. And you are a private sign. You are kind of a recluse sign that wants to do things behind the scenes, in the shadows, behind the curtain, or, whatever. So now with Neptune Retrograde, I discussed this in the Neptune Retrograde Part 1 video, is permission to go behind the scenes around this time. Permission to be private, be reclusive, not show everything out to the world, just glamming up the world with your creative, whatever you're doing, but to do things quietly. Neptune's in Aries, you're like, Neptune in Aries doesn't want to do anything quietly, but Neptune's retrograde, remember, and you're a water sign, so it's not easy and natural for you to want to just put yourself out there. So, in order to respect that here, I'm saying, that it's okay if you want to do things privately and you want to be quiet, you want to be alone, you want to reflect, you want to go inside yourself. Like, you're a water sign, you need that alone time, you need the introspection, you can't be peopling all the time. Like, you need quietude, if that's even the word for it. So that's for Scorpio. Now, Sagittarius, what all beliefs do you need to shed? This is around beliefs for Sagittarius. I want you to really, really consider your beliefs. What do you believe about your life? What do you believe about yourself? And what beliefs need to die away in order to make room for beliefs that serve you now? What beliefs served you before that Neptune's having you reevaluate? Maybe these beliefs don't serve me anymore. They serve my spiritual purpose, serve my spiritual ideals, and passion leads to spiritual purpose. I was hearing that from a video that I heard today, astrology video, that your passion leads to your purpose, and Aries about your passions. So what are you passionate about? What do you believe in that you just want to go after and achieve out in the world? Because what you believe you can achieve, and beliefs impact your actions and what you do out into the world. So how have you not been true to these beliefs? Maybe you're just living on these outdated beliefs that maybe you shed a long time ago. Maybe you have new beliefs. Maybe you're living out the old outdated beliefs. You're not being true to your current beliefs that feel more empowering, that bring you joy, that bring you satisfaction, that bring you happiness and luck in this life. So are you still out of alignment with these beliefs, with these current beliefs that you hold are very dear to you? That is the thing you can ask yourself, is how is this really, really holding you back? Are you not following these beliefs? You're not doing any of that. So what situations that are external to you are not in alignment with these beliefs? Also, you can evaluate that. The answer: be in situations that are aligned with your beliefs, and have those beliefs and be true to them. Don't let yourself fall into the old patterns of following these limited beliefs. And a lot of time they can be imposed by society and other people, and your family and authority figures in your life. And you allow those to take over your life and be led by these old beliefs instead of these current beliefs. You're like, you know what, I believe this, I'm going to hold on so tightly to this because I believe it so much, and I'm going to go there. I'm just going to go put full force, blinders on. I'm going to go in this direction. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to choose to live in alignment with this, and I'm not going to allow anyone to hold me back from the freedom of me living out my true beliefs. So that's the conversation for Sagittarius. The conversation for Capricorn, moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn is a manifesting monster. It just manifests things. So what can you manifest? Go for it. Yeah, Neptune's in Aries. So Aries is a go-getting sign. Aries makes things happen. It wants things now. Doesn't want to sit on the energy. It wants to act on the energy. So Neptune being in the sign asks you to act on what you truly believe in, your spiritual ideals. So this is time to go after it, make it happen, climb up that mountain, achieve what you wanted. This is an achieving energy. This is an achieving time. Now, what can you act upon now? In your third dimension, in the 3D, basically, in your reality, in your life, we can really crystallize these visions, crystallize these actions that you want to act upon, these manifestations for yourself. What are the structures of your life? Remember, Saturn was conjunct Neptune February 20th. What are these structures? Capricorn builds structures. Capricorn builds mountains. Capricorn builds solid structures. Builds up these things from the ground up, from the bottom up. And are these structures really authentic to who you are? Are they really true for you? Which is the Aries energy. Like, Aries wants to do things that are true for it, true for that person with the sun, moon, rising sign, or whatever planet you have in that sign, especially Mars in that sign, because Mars rules Aries. Mars is really strong in the sign of Aries. So, are these structures true for you? Are these structures really, really authentic to who you are? And how can you shed any structure that is just outdated, any structure that's not working for you? These structures are not serving me to actually achieve that thing that I want to manifest. That I can create the structure in my life. I can have the ground under me and the foundations to create the structure so that I can go after whatever I want. That I can go after what I'm driven towards, what I'm passionate towards. It could be in career. It could be a creative thing. It could be, yeah. So, whatever it is, whatever area of life that you are in right now, whatever resonates for you, this is the time to create the structures so that you can. Like, Capricorn is a master of building structures for itself. Let's just acknowledge that. Like, you are so great at building these structures and living according to these structures. Bravo for that. How can you create the structures that can support you to achieve what you want? Now, Aquarius. Are you seeing things objectively? Are you seeing things fully for what they are? Or are you allowing your idealistic visions to interfere? Are you seeing things as they are, Aquarius? As they really are? Or your mind and your stubborn commitment to see this thing a certain way and have, suction cupped, like in a coffin where you're not seeing things objectively. We're not seeing reality as it is. Like, Neptune retrograde is like, welcome to reality, welcome to clarity. So, are you allowing your idealistic visions to get in the way of seeing things for what they really are? Now, also, Aquarius, when you see things for what they really are, you can move on your own path. You can move in your own way and your own time. So the next invitation here is to not go along with what others want. To do your own thing, to live your own life. Aquarius is here to march to the beat of its own drum. Aquarius is here to do its own thing and not caring what other people think of it. Being totally authentic and independent and free from the attention and the applause and the approval of other people. Aquarius wants to be free from the whole, other people know me for this title, other people know me for this, other people know me for that. Like, no. Aquarius doesn't do that. So, can you be objective and really live that out in this way? And then what you want to do with that objectivity, with that sovereignty, the next piece of this is, what do you want to initiate? You have to have all these pieces inside of you, integrated inside of you, before you actually start something, make something happen in 3D. So what do you want to start? Maybe it's a time to review what you want to initiate and go after, because Neptune retrograde is review, is reflection. So maybe it's time to review what you want to initiate and go after. Probably you want to do this for humanity's sake, for the larger group, for the greater good, for the highest good of the all, because that's what you're all about. What do you truly want to initiate? It's really true for you to initiate and go after. You're not needing others' approval to do this. You're seeing clearly what it is that you want, and then making it happen, initiating it, going after it. And fortunately, you're in luck, because You understand the value of what compassionate prosperity is. You don't do things that hurt humanity, that hurt others, because you care so deeply about other people and humanity. You want the best for humanity. You will make sure that everything that you initiate is for the highest good of all. So don't worry about the ego. But I will say that you being yourself, you doing your own thing actually serves all, because your light adds value to this world. If you really, really want to serve humanity, and if you're really, really serious about this, just do your own thing. Be an individual. Be shining your own light. Shine in the spotlight. Shine your light, because the world needs your own unique light. Go Leo. You're serving humanity by shining your light. So an example of that could be exactly what I'm doing right here and right now on social media, doing this podcast. Whatever it is for you. So it all depends upon that. Now, Pisces, how are you blending in with a group, with what other people want from you, and being someone that you're not, who you're not, just to be liked by everyone, just to be approved of? That's conditional. If the group wants you to be a certain way, and they are not accepting you for who you are and who you want to be, that's not compassionate. That is not compassion. That is not them accepting you for who you are. It's not them loving you for the true individual that you truly are. So, you are spiritual. You are dreamy. You are imaginative. You are all these things. Now, Aries is the individual. Neptune's in Aries, so be that individual. Be spiritual. Be this. Be that. Be whatever is true for you, Pisces. Whatever feels intuitively right. The next thing is, where are you being overreactive emotionally? Because Pisces is a really, really emotional sign. It can react emotionally, although it wants the best for humanity, so it can be very, very gentle, but when provoked, be careful. Without, leaning into your intuition. And there's a difference between reacting and responding. We want to lean into our intuition to feel out what really feels right. How to respond to this. When you're intuition, you're not in reacting. You're not in reaction. When you're in your impulses, that can be very, very reacting. Like, you can react impulsively. You can act impulsively. Like, when you're connecting to your intuition, not the impulses, like the shadow side of Aries, is you are responding to this thing because it feels right. Because it feels true for you. And what about bold moves? What about bold moves forward? What about not getting stuck in the past, in the fantasy, in whatever happened in the past, whatever happened back then, letting this hold you back from right here and right now? Because the past is great to look back at, great to review, great to reminisce. That Mercury is retrograde in Cancer right now, so perfect for that. But if you're not careful, the past can be like a trap that can just suck you in. You're just so stuck in the past that you cannot just be here and now. You're so stuck in the past that you're not looking around what is in front of you, what is around you. You're not seeing all the beautiful colors and textures and environment, all these things, because you're just not present, not here. So can you be present, and can you also move forward? Moving forward and out and up when it comes to making something happen. Can you achieve things? Can you release this tendency of not easily achieving things? Because let's admit that about Pisces is not the most, connected to the 3D, because it wants to dissociate from the 3D. But what do you want to do that's based off of a dream, that's based off of a goal, that's based off of a vision that you want to do in your real life, that you want to make happen, that you want to make forward. That you're trusting intuition and saying, yes, this is right, that you're doing this because it's true for you, not because the others don't want it and don't like it. Who cares what they think? It's your life. You do whatever feels right and like a vibrational match to you intuitively. So that is the invitation for Pisces. Anyway, that is all that I have to say on we are only 15 minutes. That was very, very nice. So that is all that I have to say for all 12 zodiac signs. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast. I will be back tomorrow to discuss the very, very first big aspect of July, which makes up the Star of David configuration that all the astrologers are talking about, which is going to be Neptune in sextile with Pluto, which I'm going to be discussing at length tomorrow's episode, hopefully in depth. Probably there'll be a shorter episode tomorrow. Maybe we'll take a break because it's the 4th of July, get that done so I can have the rest of the day to just relax and chill and do all these kind of things. So tune in for part 1 of the Neptune sextile Pluto tomorrow. The 12 sign video for that is coming up soon. Anyway, hope that you got something out of your reading. Hope that you found it simple. I tried to piece things together for you that way you can sort of understand things cohesively, that things are not fragmented and separate. Because like one of the criticisms I get from these videos is like, I'm saying all these pieces of information and they're just separate from each other. Like this confuses me a little bit. So I'm trying to piece it together in the best way that I can, and I want to do what's right for me, what's natural for me. And if that is right for me, I'm not going to make it a hard and fast rule, but if it's right for me to do that, and if I can, then I probably will. So I tried to do that, and hopefully it was simple for you to understand, it was digestible, it wasn't too confusing. So anyway, thank you for tuning into this, and you can hype this video, you can like this video, you can share this video, you can do a lot of things to really, really help this video and help this channel to grow so that we can build a like-minded community on this channel and on this platform, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening to this. Let us build a like-minded community. And you are the ones who are responsible for that. You and your contribution to this channel grows the community. So I thank you for being part of this community. I thank you for watching and listening to this video and devoting your time and attention to this. And I hope that you, that's such a beloved word, I can't tell you. It's so human, so beautiful. That you are part of this community. If you subscribed, if you liked, if you did this, you are a part of this community. And I want you, the more the merrier, the more the merrier. So I invite you along anyway. Enough for now. I will see you in the next episode of the Cosmic Sky Podcast. Take very good care. I'll see you back here soon.